Now, are there some people that you've met on this trip specifically that have stood out to you? I mean, some personalities that you are looking forward to meeting, and if so, who are they?
Well, I've been hugely impressed on this trip by the people from Mozilla. That's actually from the Mozilla who creates Firefox, and they run the Mozilla Foundation, and they're big champions of open standards, as you can tell by what I'm talking about. I've been, listening to them. I worked specifically with Seth Bindernagel, who runs their, whose name you probably won't recognize, but who runs their localization project. So Mozilla is available in 75 different languages. All of those languages are translated by volunteer teams across the world. Every time they ship the Firefox browser, it's volunteers who are putting all the translations in place. And I've just learned a lot from him and from his team in thinking about that and thinking about that scale. And that, of course, it impacts me a lot. So at TED, we also have a translation project. We launched it this year. It allows volunteers worldwide to translate TED Talks into their own language. And we launched it 9 months ago. We have 3,500 volunteers working in 80 languages who've translated 5,000 talks.
That is unbelievable. I mean, the scale and the size of that is just massive. Yeah. That is unbelievable. Well, give us an idea then of since you've been here for a number of years, I mean, how has South by Southwest changed for you over the years?
Yeah. Well, it's changed in scale, but not in spirit. It's still South by Southwest, and everything I always loved about it, I still love about it, which is actually rare in an event. Usually as they grow, they lose their heart, and I don't think that's true here at all. I think Austin and South by Southwest are intimately tied together, and what sets them apart is that they're laid back, they're fun. I say they as if they're both people.
It is just a mix of people, and I'm sure you know Hugh Forrest, who does a fantastic job. We love you, Hugh.
Of course I do.
Yeah, amazing what they pull together.
And he sets the tone. It's serious in that everybody here does really interesting work, and they really know their business, but they don't come here with an overly... It is not a corporate environment. It's an environment where creative and technical people can connect, talk, and get business done over beers late at night. It's
well, people say
exhausting.
The geeks come together. Yeah, it is.
It is. It's the geeks.
Have you even gone to bed?
Barely.
Yeah. Which is why it's really amazing we're even having this conversation, because neither one of us have slept.
Honestly, so I've been, having been to South by Southwest before, I thought this through. I was like, when should I do this interview? If I do it early, I will be fresh. I will look better. I will be coherent, but I won't know as much. And so that's actually what I wanted to do on Monday. I was like, I'll have so much more to talk about. I'll be tired and incoherent, but I will have things on my mind.
Yeah, and it's all coming out and making sense, which is also amazing. I mean, again, truly, because South by Southwest really is a 24/7 event. So give us then, as a final note, what has been your favorite memory of coming to South by Southwest? What's a favorite story of yours that you can share with us?
My favorite memory over all of the years?
Yeah, just a favorite experience, something that's been sort of, so memorable, almost life-changing or business-changing, something like that.
Well, it's not a specific event, but just every time I'm in town, there are always parties, and I always picture the parties at the Mohawk, actually, that are outdoors and sprawling and casual, where every conversation you have is interesting and sparks ideas and new partnerships. And I can actually date a number of the partnerships I've had at TED, or previously the ones at Wired, to conversations that happen at the Mohawk late at night.
Isn't that fantastic? I mean, that's a really consistent thought that we hear, which is so many relationships are built out of coming to South by Southwest. A lot of acquisitions are done, business deals are done. I mean, so much happens. Yeah. So, well, we're so glad you're here, June. Thanks again.
Thank you.
And if you want to see more on June Cohen, of course, go to TED.com. That's all her work right there. So thanks again. Take care, everybody. Bye.